With a beautiful smile on your face, with a sense of gratitude for meditation. Open your eyes. Good morning, friends. Very good morning to all of you. Pyramid Meditation Foundation UK welcomes you for another Wisdom Sunday session with another special guest with a different topic every week. Today we have special guest Dr. Nithya Murthy. I heard this master speaking about fasting 2 years ago on one of the platform, and I really liked it. And as our grandmaster with Brahmarshi Patriji, he always tells about the conscious eating and fasting. So the way Dr. Nithya was mentioning, it was very scientific, and I thought, okay, let's have our knowledge spread to our UK masters as well. She's been practicing meditation since 2009, and she believes that this conscious eating, the food what we eat, it also affects us not just physically but also mentally. So let us hear from her, and join me in welcoming Dr. Nithya. Thank you, Dr. Nithya ma'am, and thank you for giving your time to share your knowledge. And our masters are always ready to take new wisdom, new knowledge, and they try to implement. Every week we are having these sessions, and this week you are here. Thank you, and stage is all yours now.
Hi everyone, myself Dr. Nithya. I'm a naturopathy and yoga doctor. I'm practicing from almost 6 years. Let me introduce about my meditation journey and my spiritual journey. I started meditating from 2004. 2004, I was not known anything about meditation till 2004. In 2004, my cousin introduced me to a different kind of meditation. I was 14, I think I was 13, 14 years old. At that time, people were like, why you want to meditate? Why you want to meditate? People used to ask me this question, but I really didn't have any reason to answer why should I meditate. But I was feeling happy when I meditate. I used to like that feeling of something secure inside me. That was my feeling when I started meditating. So after that, I meditated for almost 6 to 7 months. After that, I really don't know why I stopped to meditate like that. And in 2009, my I entered my uh, friend's place without my bodily awareness. I was not known why I went to their home. I just went there and I asked her, do you teach anything new? She answered me, no, I'm not teaching anything right now, nothing new right now. Then I said her, if you teach something, let me know. I'm okay to join. I'm interested to join to learn something new. Then I came back halfway to my home. After that, her son came to call me back that Amma is calling you back. Please come back. Then I went back. She told me I'm teaching a meditation, a form of dynamic meditation. It's it's been almost 2 classes. We have 4 more classes, but I can cover you the subject. I can cover you whatever I thought in past two classes, but you want to pay me the same amount, whatever has been fixed. I said, okay, no problem for me. I was completely okay with it. Then I went at evening. She thought whatever she want to teach. She taught me what is meditation is, and she told me whatever we instruct, you just need to follow it. That was the main thing. She told whatever we instruct, you just need to be with us. You just need to be aware. I said okay. I I I was completely okay because I was not known anything about meditation in detail. So she told me, sit in a comfortable position, close your eyes, focus on your third eye. I was not known what third eye is all about. Then I was like, okay, they'll instruct, let me follow that. So after almost 30 to 40 seconds, I was not able to hear completely what they were telling. And I was not interested to listen also because I was traveling somewhere. I had few splashes of light, and I was traveling in a canal. That was my feeling. So in my first day of meditation over there, I went to Himalayas. I was not able to focus at all, like their instructions. Nothing was hitting my ears properly. Then I was like, okay, whatever may happen, let it happen. So at the last of, I mean, at the session ending, let me tell them whatever happened. So that was my inside thing. So I thought it was a dream. So after a 30 to 40 minutes of session, they told, okay, open your eyes. That was the only thing, only instruction which I was able to follow. And one after the another, they were asking for experiences. Everybody were like 40 plus, 30 plus, like that. I was 16 years old. So I told them this is what happened. I was playing in ice, I mean in snow. I saw many saints. This was my first experience. I traveled somewhere in a canal. I became very small, very tiny. I used to tell all these things. People were like, no, she's telling some story. She's lying. That, I mean, this is what other people view. And I told them, no, I was not able to follow any instructions what you told. I think I slept. This is what I felt in my dream. I mean, I was feeling this is my dream. Then they asked me to close my eyes again. I had an experience of traveling with the snake in my second time when I closed my eyes. So this is how my meditation and my spiritual journey started. I mean, consciously started. And then I started to see my past lives. These things used to happen after a week of session like this. They told me, whatever you want to do, you can do. However you want to sit, you can sit. However you want to think, you can think. But only thing is, you are your guru. Whatever your inner feels to do, you should do it. So that's the thing they told me. And you may change the way you meditate. You may change the way you think. You may transform your life completely after this session. You should accept it. So that's the last thing they told me. I was like, okay, but meditation is the first thing which I practiced at my home after learning it. I used to learn dance. I never practiced at my home. I used to learn art. I never practiced at my home. So everything used to be stick to classes itself. Nothing I used to practice at home. But my people were like amazed. Oh, she's practicing at home. It's a great thing. They used to feel like that. So after 40 days, again my relative called me. I was known her when I was like 5 to 6 years old. She called me. I don't know how it happened and all. She asked me what new things you are learning. I answered meditating. So that is the new thing in my life. She asked me how you meditate. I told her I'll just close my eyes and I focus on my breath. This is the thing which I do. He asked me, how you came to know about this meditation? Then I told the entire story. I used to practice dynamic meditation. And at the last class, they told me, whatever you feel to do, however you feel to sit, however you feel to think, you should do it when you meditate. Then I don't know how come it got transformed like this, but right now I'm doing this. I'll just close my eyes. I just focus on my breath. In few seconds, I don't have to focus my breath also. I'll be somewhere else. She answered me, do you know the meditation name? I told dynamic meditation. She asked me, is this the thing which they taught you? I said, no, this is the thing which my inner taught me. Then she came to know about all these things, and she answered, this is called Anapanasati meditation. This is what Buddha introduced to humans, and we have a society where lakhs of people meditate in the same way. I was really amazed to know this. Then I got connected to PSSM, then I got connected to other masters. Then my journey started in PSSM. I used to teach meditation at my hometown. Then I shifted to Mysore. There, we had a group of people with same thought to spread meditation, to spread awareness about body. We had a society there in Mysore now also. Then I was in Chitradurga for some time. There, I used to teach meditation with my mother. I shifted to Bangalore right now. So this is how my spiritual journey started. And there are many things which I learned, which I experienced, which from meditation, which I got answered for my questions. Uh, so that is the reason I tell people to meditate. And there are two reasons for a happy human. One is mind, and one is physical body. Both are really, really very important. Of course, we are soul consciousness. We are souls, but to be on earth, uh, to have not good, to have experiences, to share experiences, to learn, to feel, to do everything, to do each and every possible thing, we need to have a body. So body is as important as soul. In other words, we are souls. Yes, we can be in the soul form, but here our soul needs a form called a body. So it's a responsibility of us to have a healthy body, to take care of our body. So keeping stillness in your mind, keeping an active body is very important. You can't make your mind to be active, and you can't make your body to be in stillness. Mind is made to be in stillness. Body is made to be active. So these two are very, very, very important to have a great, great, great life. So I understood this fact when I was uh, when I was in medical, when I was in medical school. So I thought, this is what I should teach. This is what my subject is. Everybody have their own interest. People, if they are interested in dance, they can speak about dance a hour, 2 hours, 24 hours itself. So if they have interest in music, they can speak like that. They can be happy with it. So food is something, health is something which I can speak throughout the day. So I thought, this is what gives me happiness. So I started learning more about food. I started learning more about human body, mind connection, human body and gut connection, human body, gut and soul connection. So I started learning more about this. As I learn more, we need to share more. That is how you learn more and more. This is this is the reason I like to speak uh, about food, lifestyle, health, physical body, and your connection with earth, your connection with Pancha Mahabhutas. So this is what we are going to cover in this session. And last 10 to 15 minutes, we can have a Q&A session. Whatever questions you have, uh, if I know, if I'm able to answer, I'll answer it. Right? So as I told, though we are souls, we need a body to experience, and explore also, to teach also. So what we need to make our body to feel good? Everybody will say energy and food. This is what I usually get the answer. Yes, both are important. Energy is very important and food is very important. But what we feel about food, why we need to have food? Again, we need food to give energy, to gain energy. But what is exactly food means? We say apple is a food. We say grains are food, millets are food, cereals are food, vegetables, fruits. What else? If you are a non-vegetarian, you say animals are food. So this is what we feel food is all about. Food is something you need to pluck, or you need to, if you're a non-vegetarian, you need to cut some creature, you need to bring it, you need to cook on your table. This is what we feel it as food. But this is not food. This is what we feel food is all about. But this is not food is all about. Food is something which nurtures everything in your body, which should nurture. So, what our body is made up of? Our body is made up of Pancha Mahabhutas. This is what we call it as. Any creature on the earth is made up of Pancha Mahabhutas. Five main elements. One is soil, another soil in the sense we call it as earthly creature, and another one is water, and another one is air, another one is fire, another one is space. This is what it is made up of. Any creature, from plants to microorganisms to humans, this is what a creature is made up of. So let us know about our body and connection with these five elements. We call it as earth. We have earthly substance in our body. We call it as iron, we call it as calcium, we call it as zinc. All these things you will get from the earth. Your bone is made up of calcium, and your muscles need all these micro elements and macro elements. So this is what the earth content is in your body. And second one is water. Almost 75 to 80% of our body is made up of water. It might be from blood to lymph. Every cell in your body is having water content. And the next one is air. We feel only oxygen is important, carbon dioxide is important. No, there are many, many, many air molecules which are important for us. In general, we inhale oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. So this is air. And fire. We know we have a temperature in our body that needs to be maintained. We have a separate temperature for our gut to perform its activity. We need a different kind of temperature in our stomach where HCl should be produced. So we need fire element. And the last one is space. That is emptiness. So that is very needed for us. We call it as zero state of mind. That emptiness you need to have. Only the subtle energy, the subtle thing, emptiness, the space content is if it's in a proper way, your body will work in a proper way. Only when your mind is empty, when your mind is completely zero, at that time itself, you gain a different kind of energy. We call it as like prana, chi, cosmic energy. We have different kind of name, but that is one thing. It's an energy. So these things are food. Not only this, these five things are food. We need all five things to have a healthy body and healthy mind. But what we are consuming, only the fruits, only the vegetables, only the cooked food, only legumes. No, this is not food. You are just stressing your body as it's food. Only if we have all five things, you will have a great physical body. You will have a great physical mind. So let us know all these five elements as food, how important they are. Okay. So let me start with earthly content, earth element. So earth element, this is what's the importance of earth element? As I told, our body is made up of earthly content like minerals. Those minerals are very important for us. We feel only taste is important. No, taste takes fifth or sixth place. But these micro elements are very, very, very important. So, however we take elements, it's our body responsibility to absorb that elements. See, if I eat a bunch of spinach, it's my body's responsibility to absorb the iron content because spinach contains a lot of iron. If I drink milk, it's my body's uh, responsibility to absorb calcium. That is why we drink milk, right? In general. So if I eat fruits, it's my body's responsibility to have more of uh, subtle, very micronutrients. If I eat nuts, it's my body's responsibility to absorb zinc. If I eat lemon, I need citrus for my body. My body should absorb it, right? So why we feel no, my body is not absorbing? Though you eat very nutritious meal, though you eat very wholesome meal, you feel lethargic and you will have any deficiency of vitamins. People will say, no, I think I have ferrous deficiency, that is iron deficiency. I have calcium deficiency, that's the reason I have joint pains. I think I have biotin deficiency, I have ferritin deficiency, my hairs are not growing, my nails are not growing. We hear it. In general, we hear it. Why you're eating 3 times a day, 4 times a day, 5 times a day? You're eating every possible thing. But why you're not able to digest? Why you're not able to absorb the nutrients? You're eating in a proper way, right? That's what we feel. Oh, morning you should have something as soon as you get up, or else you don't feel energetic. So you need to have that, this, everything, and we will have supplements too. But there is no much difference in our bodies because we are eating everything in excess. That's the reason we feel pain. That's the reason your body is suffering. We don't need that much to eat. Let me tell you in general how food works, how food works inside the system. Uh, at the morning, when I get up, I'll have a glass of water. In general, I'm telling, I'll get a glass of water. After that, if you are Indian, you'll have chai or coffee. I don't know about UK. In general, they'll have some fruit juice or fruit or something. I feel I really don't know. And after that, you'll have a breakfast. So you'll have breads or something. Or as I'm a South Indian, we are comfortable with idli and sambar. So I'll just eat something, a idli or a bread, as soon as I eat, I chew. I chew as much as possible. So it goes to a food pipe called trachea, and it reaches my stomach, where my stomach enzymes, or what we can say HCl, mixes with food, whatever I achieved. It just mixes like this, as a washing machine. So it just mixes with everything, and it moves to small intestine. In small intestine, it starts absorbing things, whatever we want, like calcium, potassium, zinc, whatever we want, whatever food that food will be consisting, it absorbs all possible things. And then it moves to large intestine. In large intestine, the excess water will be absorbed. After that, we evacuate in the form of stools. This is what happens, whatever we eat or whatever we drink except water. This is the process. This is the in general process, but it will be little more deeper. But I just said you in general what happens. So by morning, after my a liter of water, I'll have milk. Even milk needs all these steps to evacuate as a stool. Though it is a liquid, it needs all these steps. It needs to cover all these steps. So if it's a cup of coffee, it needs like 6 hours to digest, 5 to 6 hours to digest, complete all this process. And after that, I'll just have a fruit, just an apple. If it's an apple, it needs like 3 to 4 hours to complete this process. And then after 2 to 3 hours, I'll have my breakfast. So my breakfast contains grains, legumes, and little bit of oils. So it takes in general like 10 to 12 hours to digest. If it's a light breakfast, it takes like 8 to 9 hours to digest, because it contains grains. So does my body should digest the previous milk, or the fruit, or a fruit, or this breakfast? What it should digest? See, it's like you are boiling a cup of rice. It's like half boiled, and then you pour a little more rice. Little more legumes or rice again to it. Should it boil the old rice, or should it boil a new one? The same situation you'll be having in your system. It'll be confused. It'll just push out like that. That is the reason we feel bloated. That is the reason we feel a kind of gas. That is the reason we feel heaviness. That is the reason you feel lethargy, sleepy as soon as you eat. So again, this continues like 11 o'clock, some snacks or anything to eat, whatever we look into it, we feel to eat. And again, lunch, again, evening snacks, again, night dinner. So what your body should digest and what your body should absorb, it will be completely confused. Should I digest the old one or a new one? If it doesn't hold a new one, where will the new one will go? So as it holds the new product, new food to digest, the old one will be like half digested. It will just push it into your intestine, as half cooked food cannot be digested, halfly chewed food or halfly grinded food cannot be digested or absorbed or eliminated from your body. So this is what happens for your body each and every day. As I know, it happened for my body almost like 20 to 22 years. So it's like everything will be half digested, and more than that, many things will be processed. Many things will be highly processed. So what this processed food will make? See, this is imagine this is your intestine. I mean, as feel this is a section of your intestine. As this food goes here, the halfly digested food, if it contains lot of processed food, it, because as the processed food doesn't have good amount of fiber and good amount of water, it just sticks to your intestinal layer. It just sticks like this, and half of the food sticks here and half of the food will move out. So this will be a very sticky part. I mean, as it doesn't contain fiber, it will be very sticky. Example, it's like processed wheat flour, that is we call it as maida. If it's processed refined oil, this is what happens. It sticks there. So when it will be sticking here, it attracts some more food to stick over there. As I told you, the function of your uh, small intestine is to absorb the nutrients. As the maida has been sticked here, as the unprocessed food has been, sorry, highly processed food has been sticked here, your intestines will be taking as it as a nutrition. It will be okay for a day or 2 days or 3 days. It will be sticked here at least for years, something like 3 years, 4 years, 6 years, if you are not aware of your body. If you don't clean your body every week or 10 days once. So just think, just imagine any cooked food, which is not canned, any cooked food, if you leave it in a temperature of 40 degrees Celsius, what will be the position after a week? It will be rotten. It'll have all bad bacteria around it. It is having this sticky thing in your intestines will be there for years together. This is the reason for worms. This is the reason for weight loss, and excess weight gain. The nutrition value will be zero, whatever the supplements you will be having, because whatever the supplements you eat, it just goes like this. Your body will not absorb because you have a sticky layer here. How much ever protein you take, how much ever carbohydrate you take, how much ever lipid, or how much ever nutritional value like supplements, like whatever you need, like biotin, calcium, nothing will be absorbed from your body. Nothing can be absorbed. Everything is just waste of money, just waste of time, just waste of health, I can say. So what is more important is having a clean system is very important. Cut down excess eating. You don't need much when you are grown up. When you are like plus 20, you don't need 4 meals a day, because nothing is growing in your body except your hair and nails. Is anything growing in your body except the fat? No. If you are below 20, you need more of protein. You need more of substances where your body needs to grow, where your body will be growing. So after 20, it's all about maintenance, nothing to grow. So this is the first thing which I want to tell. Eat minimal. Eat what your body needs, not like what your tongue needs. I always say this, uh, food is not an entertainment. Food is a nourishment. If we go for a party, we eat. No, no, you have your food. You have food. You have food. It's not an entertainment to eat wherever we go. If we visit someone's place, eat, 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 eat. No. Is it some cinema or some book or some TV show to get entertainment from? No. Food is not an entertainment. If you walk on street, if you see something, you'll be so attracted. No, no, I want that. I want it. I want to eat that. It's not an entertainment at all. You just need food to nourish your body. If you feel it as an entertainment, it will play with you for sure. So eat minimal, eat which have maximum nutrition. More than that, clean your body once. That is very important. So how we need to clean our body? The first thing I say is fasting. Fasting is the one thing which cleans up your entire body completely. How fasting works? People will ask me, fasting is a difficult thing. Can I take a laxative? Can I get a purgative? No, it will not work. Laxative can clean 10 to 20%. Purgative can clean up to 30%. If you want to clean 100%, fasting is the only way. So when you fast, what happens? Let us know what happens when you fast. Excuse me. We have everybody, we are knowing that we are energy beings, energy beings, energy beings. We hear it a lot. We are soul consciousness, we are energy beings. How we live with energy? See, there is no one to switch on, switch off your heart. There is no one to make you inhale and exhale. It happens on its own. There is no one to work with your kidneys. There is no one to push food from your intestines, right? There is no one to switch on, switch off the action of your liver or spleen. There is no one to push your glands to produce. Everything is happening on its own. Nothing will happen on its own without energy. That is what energy is all about. See, if we want to switch off switch on an air cooler, we need electricity. That's a form of energy. If we want something to cook, we have biogas. That is a form of energy. So if your body wants to work, we need energy. That we call it as prana. That is what energy is all about in a simple form. If your mind wants to work, or if I want to speak, if you want to see, if you want to listen, this is energy. Your body works completely on energy, nothing else. We just give nourishment, not the energy. Energy is there. We just nourish our body. That's it. Okay. So this energy we'll be getting when we sleep, or when we do something happy, or when we do something creative work, or when we meditate. When we meditate, or when we try to be creative, or when we sleep, we'll get this energy. So this energy, we will be utilizing it in a daily routine, like to see, to walk, to sit, to sleep, uh, to digest. Everything we'll be using. It's just imagine there will be like 100% energy. So to see, to understand, to walk, whatever the daily activity, it takes like 30% of your energy. Rest 70% of your energy will be utilized only for digestion, because we'll be having 7 8 meals a day sometimes, right? So it's like a shock for our body, but we made it as a routine shock, I could say. So 70% energy only for digestion and excretion. So this is what we'll be using. So this energy, if we fast, there will be nothing to digest, nothing to digest inside us if we fast with water or juices. So this 70% of your energy will not be lazy, so it will be rotating throughout your body and pushing all the toxins to your intestine. So some energy will be very activated towards your abdomen, just to move out throughout all the toxins from your body. So if you fast for 3 to 4 days in a continuous manner, for 3 to 4 days span, I'm sure like 50% of your toxins can be thrown out. How it will happen? I just want to give you an example. If you have a minor fracture, airline fracture, what your doctor does? They just They just make you to rest with a bandage where you where in the I mean, if I have a fracture in my wrist, just imagine what my doctor do. They'll just put a bandage over here. They tell me you should not move your wrist for 30 to 40 days. This is the maximum treatment a doctor gives. Though it's a surgery, after a surgery, post surgery also, this is the same thing which is applicable. Rest. So if I give rest for my wrist without moving, within 30 to 35 days, my bone will grow on its own. Nothing to do with my bone, right? So, in the same manner, if you give rest for your digestive system for some time, it will be clean by its own. If your digestive system is clean, your body focuses on the ill part. If I have, for example, if I have breathing issue, after cleaning my digestive system, my body focuses on on my breathing system to heal it, to recover the damage. Only thing is giving rest. Giving rest is very, very, very important. When you give rest for your digestive system, 70% of energy will be focused on your detoxification, on your healing. So after this healing, your body will be perfectly fine. Whatever the disease you have, whatever the problem you have, it can heal on its own. Your body is a doctor. You need not to have a doctor all the time. You just need to give some time for your body. As I'm not telling doctors are not required. Doctors are much required when you have an emergency situation, not for a cough, not for a fever, not for a diarrhea. You need not to have doctors for all these things. You need, I mean, for everyone there will be an emergency situation for some time. For that, you need a doctor. First thing is cleaning your body, eating minimal food which your body needs is very important. This is what I want to say. So this thing is very important. As I told, clean your body, do fasting at least 15 days a week. If you're not able to quit complete eating in initial days, have fruits because a fruit needs very less time to digest and excrete. So if you eat a fruit in the morning or 2 to 3 fruits in the morning, it's fine. Have a little bit of water in between. After that, have one more bowl of fruits at noon, and same follows with the dinner. So that your body can digest a fruit in 3 to 4 hours maximum. Rest rest of the time, your body can focus on detoxification, on cleaning on its own. So this is very important. And next thing what I want to say is cook properly. If you don't cook also, it's fine. But if you cook with consciousness, cook with awareness. Because if you are working with water, if you are using water, you are pouring your energy, you are pouring your emotions to water. Because whatever you feel, whatever your emotions are, water absorbs it. Because water has a memory. It has a memory. So if you cook with like very anger, or if you cook with some bad feeling, it absorbs the same thing, and you are feeding your family with the same feeling, and that is how it grows. If you're angry on someone, please don't cook at all. Don't eat anything which is cooked. Eat something raw. That is very good for you, your anger, and rest of the people. Because I just want to explain you a simple um, experiment which many of you might know. Fill 2 water bottles, similar water bottles, with same tap water, cover it, and hold a water bottle. Tell all positive things to that water bottle, and After few minutes, hold a hold another water bottle, tell all negative things. You're not healthy, you're not beautiful, you're not good, you can't do anything. All the negative things and all the positive things, mark it with negative and positive. Speak positive things with positive water bottle, and negative with negative water bottle. Don't change the water for 21 days. Do this experiment every day for 21 days. By 22 or 23 days, you can see the result. Like, positive marked water bottle will be having a crystal clear water as same as you filled it, and this negative water bottle, whatever negative emotions you spoke, will be having a kind of dusty particles. Just imagine, a bottle of water can respond or react for your emotions in such a manner. How about your body? It's a living creature having 75 to 80% of water. Whatever it is, it happens same way you think. If you think you are unhealthy, you're not healthy, same thing, your body responds, your body reacts. So if you have um, any argument or something like that, don't cook for some time, just relax, cook after that. This is called conscious eating, I say. uh, this is my personal experience, I just wanted to say. I married like 3 years back. Initially, my and my husband, we used to get an argument, a small argument, why you came late. In general, this everybody will be feeling it. But what we think, oh, if okay, whatever happened is happened. If my husband tells something like this again, I should answer something like that. I didn't answer it in a proper way. Next time, I want to answer it in a better way. I just want to prove myself. This will, in general, we'll be having. So you are attracting that energy to quarrel once again. So next time you want it to happen, right? This initially, like 2 3 months, I was not aware of these things. Then I realized, oh, I'm thinking next time. So I'm attracting it. So I want next time to answer this. So I want next time to happen the same thing or similar thing. So if you cook in by thinking next time I want to do this, that next time will come very fast because you're pouring your energy in that cooked food. So just be aware of what you think and what you do. That's the maximum thing which we need on earth. We just don't be aware of what we do. We just we just do something in just a mechanical way, just like a robot. No, this is why meditation is needed, because we think meditation brings us awareness, awareness, awareness. Not like meditation, you should be aware while doing meditation. No, that is not a motto. When you do meditation, you need to be aware, but you need to cultivate the habit of being aware in every possible manner, everything what you do. That is why meditation is needed. It's not like uh, being in a thoughtless stage for 1 hour, 2 hours, and thinking all the shit, all the negative things, all the possible shit, rest of 22 hours. No, it's like doing fasting for a day, eating all kachra for a week. It will not work. So when you practice meditation, as you practice awareness also, try to be aware in all possible things. Don't do 3 to 4 works at a moment. Be specific on one thing. I know it's difficult. You will be running with life. I say, don't run with life. Enjoy each and every part of your life. Yeah, of course, I know some situations, we feel like, no, I need to do two to three works at a time. Sometime it will be fine, but it should not be your routine. If it becomes your routine, you are just running behind something. You have entire lifespan to do work, to learn. Don't don't like compress it. Just let it be. This is what I want to say. And when you cook, try to cook with awareness, where you are boiling, where you are steaming, what you're doing with water. It teaches you a lot. If you are interested in something, it will come your way. So be specific of what you want to learn. Cooking is one major skill which every human being needs to have. Don't cook with excess oil. I don't say don't use oil at all. Oil is needed for our body, but cook it in a proper way. I'll just give you an example. If a hot oil drops on your, if you drop a hot oil on your skin, what happens? It burns. What do you mean by the burn? If it falls here, in and around of that oil, the skin will be dead. That we call it as a burn. The cells will be dead, right? This is what happens. This is what we call it as burn. Just imagine you're such a big being with lot of neurons, lot of complex systems. You're not able to hold a burn. You're not able to what I can say. You're not able to stop that burn, and you're putting vegetables in oil, which are like very small creatures, which are like very small uh, beings. I can say small life, right? It has a life. That's why we eat it. So you're putting a vegetable in hot oil, and you're thinking, I'm doing something nutritive. I'm doing something yum. No, you should not cook like that. I'm just telling you one single example of that, how you should cook. You should not put anything in hot oil. Legumes, pulses are something okay, fine. It has very hard surface, but no vegetables and no fruit should be cooked. Fruits are not to cook. Fruits are ready to eat things. Fruits, you should never ever cook the fruits, because fruits have an enzymes which we need. When you heat any enzyme, it'll die. There is no reason to eat it. So don't cook fruits, and try to steam vegetables. Boiling is also fine, but steam it, and don't cook anything inside hot oil. If you want to have that oily thing, heat the oil, put whatever the tadka you want, and just let it cool little bit. Pour it on your vegetables. No inside swimming of vegetables. No, don't make it to swim in oil. Please don't. So this is how, when you are interested to learn, or when you want to do some experiments with food, it comes your way when you want to do it. You want to change, or you want to transform yourself. First thing, eat minimum whatever you need, and eat the wholesome fruit, wholesome things. Don't juice it or something, mixing, no mixing of things. And try to eat raw as much as possible, and cook minimum, cook with awareness. More than all these things, have your body clean. I mean, have a clean body. That is very important. So this is a little bit about and one more thing, please don't waste food. Please don't waste anything. Please don't waste anything in and around you. Everything can be reused. Everything can be sustainable. Please don't waste anything. I think I'm running out of time. I'll complete it in some little while. And one more thing, uh, everybody will be knowing. Just a moment. A moment. Yeah. Just think, 1 kilogram of uh, carrot needs like 23 gallons of water to produce. 1 kilogram of beef needs like 1,800 gallons of water to produce. So think what you want to eat, either this or that. And one more thing I want to say, I said, like, if you eat legumes or pulses like that, you need like 10 to 12 hours to digest and excrete the things. If you eat anything non-vegetarian, it needs like 42 hours to digest and excrete. You don't eat food which you cook like 24 hours, 2 days back eating, right? You don't eat food which has been cooked 2 days back, right? So if you don't eat that food, you don't eat food which needs 2 days to evacuate. That is not your food. In general, in a simple terminology, I'm telling you this. If you if you are holding some cooked food in your body with so much of high temperature for 2 days, for sure it will attract many germs. It will attract many microbes, at the same time many worms. You cannot come out of it. This is for sure. So please be a vegetarian. This is good for you, your body, your health, your mind, your spiritual growth, and the people around you, and same time for earth. If it benefits so much in and around you, that is your responsibility to do it. So please, please, please be a vegetarian, at least for yourself. Fine. This is about the food which I wanted to speak. And next thing is water. I'll just make sure to complete it as soon as possible. So drinking more of fluids is very important. And I don't say gulp water when you walk. Drink water as much as possible, as much as sipping. No, sipping is not, it should not be done. Sipping is water is very bad. If you want to drink water, sit in some place, drink a glass or 2 glasses of water if you feel thirsty. It's not good like sipping of water in for every 10 minutes. Your body cannot accept it. It's the worst thing you are giving to your body. You wake up, you drink like 1 or 2 glasses of water, your body absorbs how much ever it wants, and it will eliminate in the form of urine. The excess will be eliminated in the form of urine. But if you drink, if you sip little bit of water, 10 minutes after you sip again after 20 minutes, no, your body cannot tolerate it. It reaches your mind, your brain straight. That should not be done. So have a glass of water or two or three, how much ever you want, so that it will be easy for your body to absorb how much ever it wants and eliminate the excess. And have more of fruits which has water, and eat food which have water content. It is very important because 80% of water needs 80% of water. And the next thing is breath. I mean air. Air is related as breath in human body. So breath awareness is very important. Breath is directly connected to your brain, at the same time your mind. Any spiritual practices in any religion will be connected to your breath. If you sing, it is related to your breath. You can feel the difference in your breath when you sing. If it's prayers, if it's bhajans, if you perform yoga, that is asanas, or if you perform pranayama, if you perform meditation, it is breath. So be aware of your breath as much as possible. Let your breath be deep all the time. Breath is an energy, breath is a food, breath is a meditation, and breath is a medication too. And the next thing, it's sun. I mean, the fire element, what we get on earth is sun. Sun is a beautiful disinfectant. Sun is a form of energy. Sun is a vitamin. Sun is everything. So as we have sun inside ourselves, we need to have sun as a food. At least 20 minutes under the sun every day is very important. whatever the issue you have, whatever the health problem you have, whatever the problem with your uh, mind you have, you need to be under sun each and every day. See, we in general we are thinking lot about immunity. That is what the hot topic is all about from almost 2.5 years. Immunity is not the thing which something is infecting you. Immunity is the lack of immunity is something which you are not able to keep yourself healthy. See, there are microbes everywhere. See, I just want to give you an example. In general, we are undergoing the COVID waves right now. So COVID is everywhere. It's in water. It's in air. It's around us. Everything. But what makes sense is you should not be get infected with it. It is in yourself. So if these five things are in a proper way, you'll not get infected. Microbes are everywhere. You eat microbes in a daily manner. The only thing is your body is resisting it, resisting the infections. Your body is not infecting to such things. If you are getting infecting something, you need to understand your body is not in a proper condition. So you just need to do fasting. You just need to eat more of raw. You just need to eat some cooked food which has not been cooked by you. You just need to rest, have more fluids, deepen your breathing patterns, and at the same time be under sun. Sun is the best disinfectant. And last thing is the space. Space is emptiness. Emptiness of your mind is meditation. Emptiness of your belly is fasting. Both are very important. Making your mind empty, making your system empty is very important. That is what Panchamahabhutas is all about in the form of food. So this is what I wanted to say today. I think I'm a little late. Sorry for that.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean, it's a very interesting subject and very inspiring. Definitely, every word of you goes into subconscious. It will definitely help each one of us, and it is very important. Yeah, I think.
One more thing I want to say, if you have a general fever, if you have general cough, if you have general nasal blockages or running nose, or if you have a digestion issue like your body is undergoing like 3 to 4 times or 6 times stools like diarrhea or dysentery, understand that your body is trying to detox itself. So you should not eat more or you should not suppress it. Let it happen. Have a little bit of natural food, have a little bit of more water. Just give it a rest for a day or two. It'll be fine. It'll be detoxing itself. That is very important. If something is happening like this, like 3 4 months or 6 months after one one fever after 6 months, that is fine. Your body is detoxing. Feel happy for that. Don't suppress with medicines. 1 or 2 days of fasting and try to take an enema so that your body detoxes little faster. Fine. Yeah. If we have time, we'll
Yeah,
take.
yeah. We'll take questions. Yeah, let's take. So I want to ask one question. So fasting with uh, plain water, or is it fasting with lemon and honey? Because I mean, I'm a vegan. Um, when I came to India for a retreat, I had to take the honey lemon water so that I don't feel hungry, because it stalls that process. So which one is better? And when you drink more and more water, you feel more hungry. I mean, that's in my case. The more water I drink, the more hungry I feel. So which one is better?
If you are a vegan, I suggest you to go for coconut water. That is the
Okay.
best thing which you can do. Same, almost the similar thing lemon and honey does, because you need electrolytes to balance your system. With
Mhm.
water, you need electrolytes in the initial stages, I'm telling. So that
Mhm.
electrolytes you will be getting from honey
Mhm.
and lemon, just to give you an instant energy, a boost up.
I see.
The combination of both will give you instant energy and at the same time a boosting metabolism, I can say. Similar thing is possible with coconut water. So that you can use it if you are a vegan.
Yeah.
And one more thing, it is not mandatory like you should start fasting with lemon honey water or coconut water. You can start up with juices, especially vegetable juices. You can
Mhm.
take cucumber juice, celery juice. So it doesn't take much energy in your digestion. It gives you the same result. So this is what you can give. And I don't prefer uh, plain water fasting in initial stages. You need a little bit of energy to sustain.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Nithya. There is one question here. I try to practice two times meal a day, sometimes, but after 3 to 4 p.m., I get headache. Yeah, how to overcome this?
Come again.
I mean, he's getting a headache when he's practicing, like only taking 2 times meal in the morning and in the afternoon, but after 4 p.m.,
Mm,
he seems to be getting a headache.
mm.
So, how to overcome this?
Headache is a common uh, feature or symptom we see when you fast or when you get away from the food, because it is telling you that your body started detoxification. See, when you fast, you're not having any food. The 70% of your energy will be rushing throughout your body just to detox it, just to clean it. So 70% of energy is not at all okay to clean your system. That much the you need, I mean, that much toxins you will be having. So you feel energy will be less. So if energy is less, you feel headache. So that is the reason, in general, when you get away from food or when you do something new activity, you will be having headache. So what I suggest is start drinking juices. After 3 o'clock, start drinking juices. You'll be fine. And what I prefer is have a meal by 11 o'clock, and again meal by 5:30, 6 o'clock. I mean, you can eat till sunsets. That is what we say. Till sun is there, you're okay to eat. You can digest anything. Oh, so once sun is down, your digestion levels will be very low. So if that's the case, you can have a juice or you can have a single fruit. You'll be okay with it.
Thank you. That's nice. In UK, maybe in few months, the sun is going to be there till 9 p.m., 10 p.m. So, so yeah, it starts at 4 a.m. and
Oh,
yes, yeah. Thank you. Sir, Balda sir, you want to talk?
Good morning. How are
yeah.
you? Thank you so much for your lovely session, and thank you, Ravi, for bringing in yet another divine master. I have a few questions, but before I throw that question, I just want to tell you that I'm basically from the hospitality background, ma'am, and I'm a foodie myself. And after having come into meditation, the top portion is sorted. That much is sorted now. I know that it's sorted for many of us or many of the masters here. The problem is with the belly. And this has become a very, very confusing thing, not only for me, but for, I think, I'm sure, a lot of meditators, because I've attended so many sessions, and in every session I have something new to learn, something different to learn, and something which is contradictory to what I learned earlier. So the mind is completely going absolutely out of in a different state of mind, because you don't know what to follow. uh, I don't want to kind of, say things about other people, but what I've learned is that if you have, if you keep sipping water a lot, too much at a time, that is wrong. And here I hear today that you should sit down in a place and have very slowly, you should, I mean, what I heard earlier was that you sip water very slowly. You should have 4 to 5 liters of water, which I experimented in my body. And I found that yes, sipping slowly does make a big difference. Most of the water you're supposed to, it kind of remains in your body, and that is good for your body because it brings a lot of glow, a lot of shine in your body, uh, which was contradictory to what I kind of learned today. uh, Food. Yes, we all are foodies. I'm a foodie myself. Being a Punjabi, I love to eat food. How many times to eat food? Okay, so I started doing intermittent fasting, which is not having food for 16 hours a day. That is a big challenge. But then I did that, and I felt that yes, slowly and steadily, the body is kind of accepting one meal a day. I just have a fruit in the morning, probably at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and then have my meal at 6 o'clock in the evening. And that's only one meal that I have for the day. But still, I feel that the weight that is in your body is not going down. And there has to be some reason to it. So, could you please throw some light, or maybe we can have another different session, maybe one of the days. Ravi sir, don't miss this opportunity to bring this wonderful master yet again, because I'm sure there will be a lot of questions from a lot of seekers here. Because we want to, at least I want to overcome my belly issue. That is a big issue, because everything from the belly goes up to your brain, and they both are connected to each other. So something that you could throw your light on.
Yes.
Thank you.
So let me take up your question, like the water one first.
Yeah.
Yes. You can. There are two things which I wanted to say. You can sip water when you are on a proper way of having food, proper way of lifestyle. See, you eat fruits in morning, afternoon, and evening. You don't eat anything cooked. You don't eat anything with salt. That is fine to sip water every now and then. But when you eat the cooked food, when you eat the masala food, when you eat food with excess in the sense, in general, adding salt, what happens is salt, whatever the salt you have, it absorbs the water, right? Everybody knows this. When salt is there, it absorbs the water. So there will be excess of salt. Anything you add salt on your food, that is an excess for your body. Only plant grown salt is required for your body. So when you do cooking, you will be adding salt. So that salt will be stored, and that salt will be absorbing all the water you drink. So whenever it absorbs, obviously it holds it. We call it as edema. In general, we call it, in medical terminology, we call it as edema. So when you sit for a long time, you'll having swollen legs. When you sleep for a long time, you'll be having swollen back. When you don't move your fingers or hand for some time, you'll be having swollen palms. So these we call it as edema. This is happening only because of excess of salt intake. Whenever you sip water after salt, it holds the water, and it happens same with your brain. You don't want your brain to be swollen, right? If you want in detail about this, I can share you the link of recent research, which is very important. In general, before and all, like my grandmother, you never used to sip water. She never used to sip the water after food. 20 to 30 minutes of gap, and she used to drink like 2 glasses or 3 glasses, how much she used to require water. And she's perfectly fine. She's like 87 now. So this is the reason you should not sip water. Whenever you feel thirsty, you need to drink a glass or two. Well, see, in general, you sip a water. I sip like 50 ml of water right now. It reaches to my intestines. So wherever the heavy salt content will be there, it reaches there. It it takes a position over there. If it's like this muscle, it takes position over here, or if it's a position over here. And same thing with the brain. It will not get eliminated. Again, I take 50 ml of water after 20 to 30 minutes. Again, it takes the position. So you are putting water in one single position where there is excess of salt content. So if you drink 2 glasses of or 3 glasses, as much as you need water in one single shot, what body does? It just absorbs all the water. It just circulates the water. After that, the mechanism starts in your body to detox and at the same time to move out all the excess water. See, you can do this experiment. Get up, as you get up like 6 or 7 in the morning, have like 1 liter of water. Within 35 minutes, you will pass your urine 1 or 2 times. What happens? Your body circulates all the water contents wherever, whichever the position it needs, and a mechanism starts from your body just to absorb all the excess water and just to push it up. This is what we need for our body, not like holding water in one single position. If it holds in one single part or one single muscle, we call it as edema. Edema is very common nowadays. So this is one of the main reason. Or if you want to sip throughout the day, that is fine. Shift into raw food. You can have water whenever you want. You can sip water whenever you want. So the option will be yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Another one, it is excess of weight loss. That's what I mean. Excess of weight gain and weight loss. That's what you asked about. See, there is one thing I told: cleaning intestines are very important. We'll be holding like, see, I fasted for 12 days last year. I was on only lemon honey water for 12 days. I passed motion for 8 days, 8 to 9 days. I didn't had anything for 12 days. I passed motion for 8 to 9 days. Where it was, everything was from intestines, my intestines. This is what I holded it up for a year. So if you have not fasted for long time, if you are having 3 to 4 meals a day, for sure, how many bowels you can have for 12 days without food. So cleaning bowels is very important for weight loss too. That is the first thing. So if you're okay, start taking enema. You'll be okay with 20, 21 days. So the excess of weight will be reduced. Yes.
Thank you.
Another thing?
Well, I'll give the others a chance. Otherwise, I'll take the whole session. Please. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Nithya. That was very scientific. I hope. Thank you, Balraj sir, as always. Thank you. Vinod, do you want to unmute yourself and talk?
Yeah, thanks for giving the opportunity. Hope you can hear me properly. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ma'am, there is some detoxification method which use the Epsom salt. Means in the week you have to go for the fruit diet, and end of the fruit diet you can have Epsom salt with some edible oil, olive oil, and you can do the detoxification of your body. Is it a good practice to do? And if it is yes, then what should be it should be done in a 2 weeks or 3 or 4 weeks? What should be the duration?
Again,
There is something called Epsom salt. Epsom.
Epsom. Yes,
Yeah.
Epsom salt. It's like a purgative. See, there are few yogic practices which you will be drinking, like Shanka Prakshalana, we call it as Lagu Shanka Prakshalana or Shanka Prakshalana, we call it as, where you will be drinking salt water, at least like 3 to 4 liters of salt water, performing some exercises so that the excess of like stool particles or any mucus things, mucus layers, mucoid plaques in your intestine will pass in the form of stools. This is the one thing which we practice in yoga, and this is also it's possible. But Epsom salt is fine with it, and at the same time, I don't prefer using oil with it. Epsom salt is fine, and another a salt that is like a Himalayan crystal salt, that is also fine. You can have with, I'm not sure about fruits. You can have with water so that your bowels will be washed, your mucoid plaques will be removed. So that is the thing which all yogis does, all yoga practitioners do. I mean, are okay with this system, and this is a very old traditional system. But I'm not sure about having it with fruits. I don't have any idea about it.
No, it's not with fruits. He said, I think olive oil.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah. Because what they say that before doing this practice, you have to be in a fruit diet for 2-3 days so that your body will be
Oh, that
better
is
in a
fine.
position to absorb.
Oh,
Okay.
then that is fine. Because when you eat fruits for 2 to 3 days, you are having enough fiber to push old stools. That is fine. All fruits and vegetables are of short chain fatty acids. I mean, we call it in medicine, that is like we have like long chain fatty acids, short and medium chain fatty acids. I just want to say a little bit about this. So if you have more of short chain fatty acid food, it is very healthy. Because of that short chain fatty acids, there will be a production of serotonin. We all know the serotonin. Serotonin is a happy hormone. uh, till 2 to 3 years back, people used to think and scientists used to think serotonin will be produced in brain, but 70 to 80% of serotonin will be produced in your gut. So if you have more of serotonin, you will be happy with your gut, you will be happy with your body, so that your body will be prepared for detoxification. So that is one of the reason why in general, detox, if you are going to have a detox, all the nutritionists or naturopathy doctors will prefer to have a fruit meal for 2 to 3 days, and that is very healthy. And at the same time, if you have more of fruits, you will not have anything to produce mucus, so that if you have any worms in your intestines, if you eat a lot of fruits and after that if you perform any detoxification process like this, the worms will will be eliminated in the form of stools. So if you eliminate the worms from your body, you will get weight loss in 6 to 7 days itself. So because of worms also, there will be a lot of mucoid plaques, and at the same time you will not get weight loss. So if you eliminate the worms from your intestine, it will be very easy for weight loss and at the same time detoxification. So you can, if it's like 3 to 4 days of food, and again salt with, I'm not sure about having with oil, salt with water or salt with lemon water, it's fine.
Okay. Just last question, because just a few months back I've been detected as a blood pressure person. So is it okay to do this practice with the having a BP also? Because many people
If
say that
it's
salt is
up to 130, 140, it's extremely fine. If it's beyond 140, I say no.
okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you. Tejasvi, if you want to unmute yourself.
Thank you, Dr. Nithya, for your kind suggestions and all. The thing is, as of now, still, you have mentioned about the weight loss things. I want to put on my weight. 4 years back, I did my keto diet and I lost, I think, 10 kgs or less than the weight which I was supposed to be. I need to be around 72, but I moved on to 68. Even though I'm eating healthily and all right, I'm not putting my weight back. So I don't know what is happening. So just, I would like to hear from your side.
Fast for 2 days, and make sure your bowel movements are okay. Then start having nuts. Only
Yeah,
soaked nuts. If you don't
I
eat soaked nuts, it will not work.
okay. I have seen the difference in the bowel. That's what I felt even before diet. What I used to have the bowel, not the same way it is coming right now after the 4 years. That's the difference I have seen. Somewhere, something the gut, something happened. That's what even I was feeling, but I don't know how to correct it. That's the reason I'm raising it.
Let me put it in a proper way. See, what we think is we eat food and it digests, it absorbs, it'll get eliminated. No, this is very simple thing which I said. But in general, we have like almost a crore of different bacterias to make your food to digest and absorb. If you don't have that bacterias also, it is a problem. We are like 50% of human content, 50% of bacteria. We need bacteria for our intestine. See, in general, we say vitamin B12 deficiency, B12 deficiency, but B12 is produced only with bacteria, not with food. Only with the bacteria you can get B12. If you don't get the B12, obviously you will feel lethargic, and you feel uh, loss of weight is also very common if you have B12 deficiency. So in that uh, reason, you should have more of fruits so that your gut bacteria will be okay for some days. At least take little time of 15 to 20 days, have one regular meal, have one fruit meal. So that is very important. Only with short chain fatty acids, your gut can have good bacteria. So if you want to have cooked meal, have one cooked meal a day. Enjoy your cooked meal. But make sure you eat raw meal in mornings. And cut down a little bit of dals, chawal, and every legumes and pulses. Take more of raw and easily digestible, so that your gut bacteria can be adjusted to itself, and you can have buttermilk.
Yeah.
And I don't know, in your place, if you get kombucha, you can have it too.
Oh, thank you.
So adjust your gut, and then you can focus on weight gain. If your
Okay,
gut
soaked
bacteria
nuts is the
are,
one.
sorry.
Soaked nuts. That's what you mentioned, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for this wonderful question. There is one other question on this fasting, how it works for the people with gastric problem. So they need to eat every now and then.
Okay.
Because if they don't eat, there's like, there is a gastric problem in their stomach. So
Yes, this is the most commonly asked question in all my sessions. Yes, gastritis. Gastritis is caused by a form of bacteria. If you don't eat for a day or for 2 days, for 3 days, you will get headache, but not the gastritis. Gastritis caused by a form of bacteria. You need to do fasting if you have that bacteria. Only by fasting you can eliminate those bacterial strains. So it's my personal experience. Like I had a patient with severe gastric problem from almost 16 to 17 years. She did fasting for 15 days. She was very dedicated, and right now she don't have that issue itself. Please understand, gastric is not caused because of your low food intake, or if you don't have food, gastric is not a problem. Gastric is a problem which is caused by a different strain of bacteria in your intestines. The only way to eliminate those bacteria is fasting and fruits. So okay, if if you don't have any doctors nearby you who can suggest you to do fasting, who can help you to take you through the fasting process, that is fine. At the time, take green juices without fiber. So your bacteria will be little healed. They'll be little calm. So if you start fasting like that, so have morning fruits and then evening fruits. That's it. Nothing else. So after 2 to 3 days of that, you can go with little bit of fruit juices or vegetable juices, and then you can go for lemon honey water for a day. Then you can come back to juices and then to 2 to 3 servings of fruits. You will be very good to go with it, and at the same time, have it in your mind that bacteria is causing you the gastritis is not related to food. Fine. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, that's nice. And Sandeep, you want to?
Hello, Nithya ma'am. Namaste. My name
Namaste.
is Sandeep. I'm from Scotland, UK. Welcome to the UK platform. Ma'am, to be honest, I don't have any questions, but I want to share something with you. This is the second time I'm seeing you in live. I remember you in 2020. You been invited as a guest for in Nayappa Spin Days, one of the session,
Yeah.
and you've been telling us about the fasting, 2 days fasting and 3 days fasting. So, after listening to that small short session with Ayappa Pindesha session, I still, I still remember you for last 2 years when I do 2 days fasting or 3 days fasting. So I know I just want to say thank you to you for sharing your knowledge on this platform as well. So good to see you again for the second time, and good to share about the 5 elements. I'm so excited to see you back, and thank you very much, ma'am.
So I felt really happy that you're practicing fasting. See, I'm not. It's not about only fasting. Whatever you learn is in half. Whatever you perform, it's like something quarter. But whatever you learn, you practice, and you teach to someone, it's like complete. So this is what I believe, and I really felt very happy that you have attempted to
Thank
do.
you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks, Ravi.
Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you. Anybody else has any questions? I see a lot of thanks messages in the group. Sri Marni, Kula Ratnam sir, Vinod, Sarojini, Sarojini ma'am, Jyoti ma'am. Yes. So anybody has any more questions, you are free to. I mean, you have time, Nithya ma'am?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You have, right? Yeah. So anybody will give one more, last chance to raise questions. I think Ballar sir wants to talk.
Well, if we have time, then I would like to ask this
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Again, Raviji, this is something which I heard, madam, just a few days ago from another Ayurvedic doctor who is very profound, who is very knowledgeable. And to me, this was absolutely an eye-opener to know from him the fact that, this vegan products and all these soya products are actually poison for our body. This was something which I was taken back as a surprise, because most of the things that we have in our house are mostly soya products. And there are a lot of meditators here who are using soya as a part of their meal. Now, could you please enlighten us now from you whether what he was saying is wrong or what is in general right? This is what the problem in life is. When somebody says one man's food is the other man's poison, you are confused. I mean, all these days we've been using soya. Now we come to know soya is the biggest poison for your body. So
One thing I want to say, anything in
yeah.
extreme is a poison. You can have a glass of soya milk in a day, that is okay. In a week, you can have 2 glasses of soya milk, that is okay. That is a regular thing. But using everything in soya, see, this became a fashion. Food became a fashion nowadays. In India also, like a few people converted completely from rice to millets, completely from wheat to millets. No, whatever is grown in your nearby area, that is your food. There is nothing related to jowar in my place where I'm staying now. In this belt, we have a lot of ragi and lot of rice. That is my food, my staple food. And don't try to switch from one food to another in like a week or two or a year. No, it is impossible. And coming to soya, I don't prefer soya because soya is a genetically modified grain.
Yes.
So anything genetically modified cannot have nutritional values. So if you are so much to have soya milk, I don't say no. Have weekly once, that is fine for your body, but not like soya chunks, soya chaps, and soya milk, everything in soya, no. So, soya flour, no. If you want to add soya flour with something, mixing, with wheat flour, that is fine. Then don't take anything with soya. Any one thing, it's fine. Just for the protein sake, as a vegan. But completely shifting into soya milk, soya chunks, soya chaps, soya flour, no. Soya is, what the soya was before, like 300 to 400 years, was okay. Now soya has been completely genetically modified. You want to have coconut milk because that's the best milk you can ever get. Because uh, the coconut shell will be there, right? That shell, in that shell, no chemicals can penetrate. That much strong it will be. It's like the purest form. You can. Being a vegan, that is one of the best option I can tell you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Preferably,
you.
personally, no soya from my side.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And this is a message from Mr. Tejasvi, who just mentioned about, weight gain. So I have we know of a center actually in UK, sir. I don't know if you're aware, if you're somewhere around London, there is somewhere in Watford a weight gain center where we guarantee you 7 days. Within 7 days, we'll put on your 5 kilos of weight. And that is our place. So please do come to our place whenever you can, or stay with us. And within 7 days, we guarantee you will gain 5 kilos of weight.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, Tejasvi. You're more than welcome anytime. We guarantee you.
And I have a
100%
question.
guarantee.
Excuse me. I have a question, like, quick take on white rice, please. Once in a while to enjoy, to have good food, okay, to have white rice, but preferably unpolished rice. If it's a staple food for you, unpolished rice is preferred. You can add millets also in your diet, it's not a problem, but don't shift to one thing. If your staple food is rice, be with rice. Try to shift it to brown rice or unpolished rice. If your staple food is wheat, okay, have wheat, little bit of rice, that is fine. You can add millets too once in a while, like weekly ones or something like that, but don't shift it anything in a fast manner. Your body cannot adapt to that. So white rice is not preferred. Something with unpolished is okay. And what about almond milk? Same thing as I said, you will be a vegetarian throughout your life, and shifting it to something is different. So that I can say the best one is coconut almond milk. You can use it like some or the other while, that is fine. But if you are looking for an alternative, what I suggest is coconut.
Right.
Because if I start speaking about this, it takes like almost 2-3 hours again.
Yeah. So in UK, I think the most grown foods are barley and oats, a few other things, wheat, and also potatoes. I think they are like grown here. I think oat milk also okay, I guess so. If it
Yeah,
is
oats are fine. Oats are
oats
fine.
are fine. Yeah,
You can go with barley also. Barley milk will be also fine.
fine. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. And one other question I have, because you were talking about protein, there is something called zeaxanthin, which is made up of gluten, white gluten. Okay, so it is taken by the whoever, the bodybuilders, vegans, because they want to have more protein, because it has more protein than soya. So it is like, in wheat you have gluten. Only with that gluten part they make this thing.
Yes.
So how good it is nowadays. And I mean, last 10 days I've seen that about this in multiple videos, and sharing the recipes. Maybe it's coincidental, but I just wanted to ask about it. Yeah.
No, it's a
No.
no from my side. Because whatever the gluten is, it sticks to intestines again.
Hmm.
It's a processed. So in that case, you can go with whatever kind of seeds you can get. You can go with uh, germination of those seeds, and as you can have in the form of sprouts. So it gives you much more protein than that, and at the same time it is easy to digest, and it will be the living food. Whatever the sprouts you have, it will be a living food. It gives much more protein than that. And in case you want much more protein, you can go for spirulina. It's an algae. So those things are completely okay, but not this one. And what I want to say is, whatever things are processed, whatever things you get with labels, that's not your food. Whatever it's grown, whatever you get without labels, like fruits, vegetables, spirulina, those are your foods.
Great. Yeah, wonderful. Oh, there is one more question. Yeah, Raj, you want to
Yeah, even whey powder, right? Just to add on the same topic. That's why.
No.
Sorry. It's
No, again,
not
it's a process thing.
right.
Whey powder, whey protein consists of many processed combinations that you will get it all as whey protein. That's a no. Germinate your seeds. Germinate like any like anything. You can go with sunflower seeds. You can go with mustard seeds. You can go with green gram, dals, everything. You can sprout it. You can have good amount of protein.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
Good answer. Nice question. Thank you. Yes, Jaswinder.
And all the time it should, just a moment, all the time it should be like wholesome fruit or wholesome meal, wholesome grain. It's not like you chop off the superficial coat, you have food. It's not like you chop off the inner seed part, you have food. It's not like you process it, I mean, separate the grain or separate the shell, you have something. That is not the food. Eat as it is. Though you cook it, eat as it is. So that is what the wholesome food is all about. It's not like having carbohydrate, having protein, having lipid in one meal. No, that is not wholesome food. That is not at all the definition of wholesome food. Wholesome food is something which you get from the plant, eat it in the same manner, cooked or uncooked. That is fine. Yes.
Can I just ask one question on soya? My granddaughter has got allergy, and she's tried almond milk, she's tried oat milk, and the only milk that does suit her is soya milk. How can she be, what can she do to, is all soya genetically modified? What about edamame beans and tofu and things like that?
See, tofu was nowhere a staple food. Paneer was the staple food before.
Yeah.
Okay, nowhere tofu was a staple food. It's just an alternative which we did. Are you a vegan?
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Then why not a regular milk?
I've got for my granddaughter, she's got dairy allergy, but even I have developed and I've avoided because I followed Dhiren sir's recipe diet in which we are not having any milk.
Okay. So 99, as I told, 99% of people are not allergic to coconut milk. That's the best alternative till date which we have found. So that is the one coconut milk.
Okay.
And it has like all nutrients which you want, including the lipid part, including the omega fatty acid. So that's the best thing which I can suggest for.
Okay. And so tofu is a no. That's what you're saying.
Occasionally it's fine. Occasionally that is okay, but not as a staple food.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And this coconut milk, what we get in the shops, it's not really, I guess, only 2% or 1% of coconut will be there. Rest everything will be that thickeners and all those things. Maybe the one maybe at home is, I think you suggest, right?
Absolutely, you can store it for a week.
Yeah.
You can freeze it. You can store it for a week. If you can get like one or two at a time, you can get like almost 2 to 3 liters of milk. You can store it for a week. I think
can you get this
storage is not a problem.
You need to make it, ma'am.
Okay.
So you need to
with
get
fresh coconut.
Fresh coconut and break it and then do the mix and then squeeze the milk. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
It's advisable. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Sudhir, you want to talk?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, okay. You were not on your server.
Sorry.
Okay, great. Yeah.
It's a very good session. Thank you very much.
Ravi, one more question. Yeah. So sorry, I joined late, but is there any documentation like suggestions that we can, some refer any guidelines, because nowadays we are just following the supermarkets than this. So because it's a brilliant session for welfare of others, so we can just redistribute, in our sharing, like from.
What I can say is eat something which doesn't have labels. Eat straight from the farm or from the supermarket too, and preferably sun cooked food. Whatever vegetables and fruits we have, it's like sun cooked one. They are the best.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. That was a wonderful, wonderful session. A lot of information and nicely, clearly, scientifically mentioned about why we need to do fasting and why we need to clean our body, and the important things. Couple of things I just wanted to say is, if you are having some negative thoughts, arguments, don't cook. So that's one of the wonderful things. And the way we are attracting the unwanted things very sooner, because we are thinking and then we are cooking that, we are eating that, and we are attracting. And there was one more thing you mentioned. Food is not an entertainment. So this was like wonderful. Thank you. And thank you so much for your time. I know there were a lot of questions for you. Maybe we'll have one more session just for Q&A. Just in case if someone is like, we'll take the time from Dr. Nithya ma'am, and then we'll have one more session on Q&As. Maybe after a few months, after you practice something, and you will have some more questions. So thank you so much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you for all your time to get new things to know and adopt. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, friends. As every week we say, every Sunday we have this session. Subscribe to PMC UK channel and all other PMC channels where you have abundance of wisdom. And every morning and evening we have the sessions, daily meditation sessions. You can join in and you can practice. And also on every Saturday we'll have a book reading session. And very soon we are going to start this, yogic and ethical excellence course by Shivaramappa sir, level 3. It is going to start very soon in 2 weeks of time. The flyers going to be distributed.